तू मेरा पिता, तू है मेरा माता, तू मेरा बंधप, तू मेरा भ्राता, तू मेरा राखा सबनी थाई तापोके हा काड़ा जियो तुमरी कृपा ते तुद पछाणा तू मेरी ओट तू है मेरा माणा तुझ बिन दूजा अवर न कोई सब तेरा खेल अखाड़ा जियो.
Welcome seekers to today's spiritual satsang titled Ascended Masters. I have with me East Asia's main speaker, who is an advanced spiritual practitioner and also a disciple of a perfect living master. Okay, the first question for today. Who are the Ascended Masters?
Ascended Master are very high being that usually they come from the 9 level of existence or Anami Purush level or beyond. So they are here to grace the earth. They are here for the rescue plan of the soul. That's from time to time, this rescue plan need an update. So they're here as very high divine intervention for this lower section of the shadow universe, meaning the creation from the cellular level of existence, the human physical level, up to the 9 level of existence where Anami Purush is.
Why does the universe need these Ascended Masters?
Because Ascended Master, they are very, very special being. They have the authority from the primal being beyond the 9th level. And they are here to make slightly change in the creation in order to save soul. And because they working with directly with the creator power and the divine power, they can adjust the energy, they can adjust the play of the divine, they can adjust what is happening in the lower section of the universe. Sometimes because the 5th level master, the master that reached totality of consciousness and at Satpurush level, they don't have much authority to adjust the whole divine plan. And these Ascendant Master, they are here to make everything possible. For example, in the past, we have rescue plan as per the existence of perfect living master, and they come here to initiate soul, to pick up their disciple. But from time to time, you will notice that how they rescue soul is slightly different. For example, in Jesus' time, Jesus Christ time, the initiation take place in a river where you have to dip 3 times in the river to get baptized or to get initiation from the Holy Master. and you continue to practice doing your retreat, like you have to enter 40-day retreat to get enlightenment, or being sincere in your own practice and get away from your worldly responsibility and your worldly life. But during this time, like this modern day, can we actually find a good clean river and dip in that 3 times? It's inconvenient, right? Especially people that live in the city, because our water already pollute, and sometimes there's no river anywhere that near us to do that kind of baptize. So also to get away for 40 days, 40 nights to meditate is nearly impossible for nowadays. Working people that we have to go to work. Most of us have 9 to 5 job, so we cannot get away for 40 days just to pursue our spiritual upgrade. So therefore, these ascended master, they are here to adjust the program, the rescue plan, the divine plan, where they adjust how we can get enlightenment according to the nature of human at that era. So they make it possible. They make everything easier and suitable for modern human. So they are here as very important role. Most of the time, they work behind the scene, meaning that even they are ascended master, they have authority from Anami Purush, the 9-level master. Sometimes they are here, they're not here to collect soul, meaning they don't need to give people initiation. They don't. They're here working behind the scene. They're here mostly in meditation state all the time to help out, give out good spiritual energy to make balance in this world, in this planet. So it is possible for perfect living master to go to different place to pick up their soul, to make the rescue plan easier for them, for the perfect living master to give initiation for all the disciples of perfect living master to be able to progress, to follow perfect living master teaching. So, the payments like spiritual merit has to be there as the whole. And also they also have to provide the mean and the connection and spiritual energy to make this world, for example, this earth planet, balance. So this connection can make possible in the physical realm of existence. Meaning that, okay, sometime ascended master of the 9 level, they also here take the role of PLM as well. I can say some name in the past like Swamiji Maharaj. He's ascended master from the 9 level. He is Anami Purush himself here in this physical. And also because people asking him to teach meditation, so he agreed to give initiation to whoever come and request the initiation or asking him to teach them some of the yoga method. That's why he say to the disciple that he can teach them Surat Chapat yoga. But he said that after you come to me, get initiation from me. That's nothing need to be done. You don't need to actually do anything. The rescue plan already done. You already been saved. But then those people asking, no, Swamiji, what do you mean? There's nothing for us to do. We need to do something. Then Swamiji said, okay, if you're still thinking that you need to do something, I will teach you meditation. There's one yoga that I can tell you. That is Surat Chapat Yoga. And you meditate on light and sound within. So that's what he said in that time. So you can know that, from that story. He's very high level master. For him, he can do anything. He can adjust the whole part. So therefore, the path of Sanmat actually start from Swamiji Maharaj and Radhaji. Both of them are ascended master. Both of them are 9-level master in their own right. And when they are here in the physical, the role, the rules of this lower section of the universe is that when we here born as human, we born ignorant because we have karmic implant in us. So we forget that we are soul, having the experience here in the human experience. So therefore, any master, even they are 9-level master, even they are 5th-level master, coming here in this physical universe and be born as human, they need some kind of initiation. So in the history, you will heard that some of them get initiation from a slightly lower level of master, meaning the teacher, the spiritual teacher of 2nd level, or the spiritual teacher of the 3rd level as Sadguru. They get initiation, but when they come in touch to their soul, get to know who they really are, they're ascending higher than the 3rd level of Sadguru, then they get enlightened that, oh no, actually, I'm here to taking the role of perfect living master, of Satpurush. Or they will say, no, actually, when I come in touch to my soul, I happen to know that I come from higher than this. I am the Anami Purush. I have authority of Anami Purush to take care of the lower section of the shadow universe. So therefore, they awaken to who they truly is after they exit the 10 door inside, after they meditate and open their wisdom eye chakra to see that they're not this physical body, they're not this mind, they're not these senses, they are the soul who go through the human experience.
Can you tell us more about the realms? Which realms do these ascended masters come from?
The ascended master come from Anami Purush, or you can term where they're coming from as original universe. So they come from the original creation, above these shadow worlds, above this shadow universe. So you can say they come from the 9-level plus or 10 level, or you can say that they present the primal being, the last being before the whole creation merged back with the holy truth. So they carry very, very high authority that far beyond our understanding. And their love and devotion of the Lord is extraordinary. They can even die, to prove their love to the Lord, their devotion and their seva, their service to the Lord is very intense. For them, when they are here in the physical world, the way that they devote themselves to do selfless service to the Lord is very, very intense. It's kind of love that you can die for that love. So from human perspective, we never understand them. But I have to warn you as well, not everybody that claim that they are ascended master are actually ascended master. Because in this world, it's like this, right? When the real master come, the fake master also has to be there to drive attention away from the real one. So in the history, they appear or the ascended master everywhere. But not everyone that claim to be ascended master is actually from Anami Purush level. It's not actually from the 9 level of existence. And sometimes they're not representing the primal being.
Are there any well-known ascended masters in our time and still living?
Oh, okay, let me start from the olden time first, so you can have a little bit idea of who they are. Ascended master in the past, just like Jesus Christ, Buddha, Gautama Buddha, and I would say like Heidegger Babaji, and many more. The list go on. There's many of them, but most of them living in hiding. Sometimes they not even give great teaching to humanity because it's not their main purpose. The main purpose is order the play, the divine play, the rescue plan in this lower section of the universe. So they constantly doing service, not very intense love and service to the primal being, to the Lord. So therefore, a lot of time in the history, we don't get to know them because they not give any teaching. They just appear here from time to time and they just go. Only people who close to them know that they are special, that they are special soul that born in this lower section of the universe. Sometimes people will see that they perform a lot of miracle, but it's not their attention to attack any crown or to build fame or gain, because they know very well that this is illusion. So they just try to work to make the rescue plan of the soul possible in this lower section of the universe. They're just here to adjust the energy. They are here to adjust how Dharma and Karma should work alongside and make the balance out of it in each era, in each time that human seeking for the truth. So they're here to answer all of our prayers about we want to find our true self. We want to know God. We want to having enlightenment. We want to know our true self. So they are here to answer to all of those prayers. In our modern time, the ascended master that is still living, from my own experience, you don't need to take my word for it. I would say Supreme Master Shinghai. I would say Baba Gurinda Ji of Bias, and many more. Sometimes they not appear in the mainstream. I even know one lady in Thailand who is working as ascended master, and she's in hiding. She don't want to appear in the public to have any recognition because she know what for. She said, what for? This is illusion. I'm only here to do service for my Lord. And, everything has to work in this oneness. So I can't claim that I'm being somebody special. But when you come into connection with her, you can recognize there's something truly special for this person, for this character, that beyond every explanation, beyond, the understanding of karmic world, there's something very special about this soul. So yes, that's from what I believe. There's many more of them, especially in the Himalayas. There's many heavenly portal there. I believe that is the best retreat. If right there is any ascended master there, there might be a lot there because the energy is very good around the Himalayas, because there's more than 30 heavenly portals that crisscross on the Himalaya region. Because the nature of ascended master, even they appear in the physical body, but how they operate is very different than normal human being. Their body make of light, so they can manifest, they can do many things, in their own time. They can appear and disappear. Because everything for them is possible, they operate beyond the karma, beyond reason, beyond logic that we can understand. So there need to be somewhere that in that region, the energy, the spiritual energy is really good, so they can operate freely and also can escape all the human attention, to get any harassment.
Are ascended masters also perfect living masters? What is the difference?
Yes, ascended master is not necessary has to do the PLM job, perfect living master job. Like I said, they're not here to initiate soul, but they can. Sometimes they take on the role of perfect living master. Sometimes they have the deal with Satpurush. Satpurush might say to Anami Purush like, oh, you're going down anyway. Might as well, working for me, please. Because you are very high authority. So the rescue plan can be adjusted and make it easier for human. For time to time, ascended master will take turn to be perfect living master too, blending among us, among the PLM. Because PLM mostly are from 5th level. But some perfect living master possibly will come from the 9th level plus, the Anami Purush level. Because they feel like, okay, I will have to go back to my origin anyway. I have to go back to merge with the primal being anyway. So on my way up, I might as well collect soul and drop the soul to the 5th level, to the Satpurush, and then I can ascend higher. That's also possible. So therefore, sometimes ascended master, they also in disguise of perfect living master. How are they different? If you be able to see in the energy form, and you be able to understand from PLM perspective and ascended master perspective, they operate slightly different. I would not say very different, but slightly different. In a way, PLM still, from ascended master point of view, PLM still operate in some form of limitation. Why? Because PLM not here to change the whole section of the universe. PLM sometimes doesn't have authority to end the creation. But ascended master, they have authority when they're here. Sometimes it's mark of the beginning, sometimes it's mark of the end of the whole section of creation. So they have the power to bring dissolution. They have the power to bring grand dissolution for the creation too. So that's why I say to you, they're slightly different. They're mostly the same, but the authority is different.
Are the ascended masters part of the single consciousness, or is he or she separated?
No, from the fifth level onward, we already one. We operate in oneness, and there's never been others. But I can say from the perspective of love, the love in human form, right? In this physical universe, our love is love with selfishness, right? The love with the ego, with the self. But when you reach true home, which is the fifth level of existence, that love become unconditional love because of this oneness. But when this love ascending higher, let's say from the sixth level, 6, 7, 8 level, that love already become very intense love, more than unconditional love. It become, I can say, in human word, closely suicidal kind of love. Just like, the feeling of merging back with the primal being is very strong, that at the point that you can do anything, even give up your own identity, give up everything that you know, and have very strong faith to jump to the fire and burn like that, to merge back with the creator. So the more oneness, as it go up and up and up, it's the level of devotion will be greater and greater as it go along. That's what I can say that human language can understand and feel relate to.
How do you know that you have met an ascended master?
You will never know that you have met ascended master unless you're from that level, unless you are special soul just like them. Unless they purposely reveal their identity to you. You have no mean to know about them because they're just like Warupia. They're just like the best disguise, that they're here as everybody. Sometimes they play the victim as well. Just like in the time of Jesus Christ, toward the end of his life, right? As in the Bible, he has been crucifying. He has been treating like a criminal from the Romans. Yeah, they take the worst part of the creation. They can be anyone. They can be like the criminal, take on the criminal kind of DVD according to Ishwapuriji. They can take, on very, very worst, like the worst character in the play. I don't know why, just to prove themselves that they inside that they can operate far beyond all of these. Because spiritually, the more suffering you have, the more you can make rapid progress inside. Maybe they need this to know that they are Anami Purush, operate in this human world. So therefore, a lot of time that I witness, right, including this lady that I say to you that she live in Thailand, the character that she take on, very unlucky. A lot of suffering come in her way, a lot of obstacle in her human life. But still, she raised above that. She made very rapid progress on her spiritual journey. And also, she also, disguised herself well. Because if you think that, master will live in a palace, right? Master will have all it good in their life. No. Ascended master, they opposite of that. They will appear a very unlucky, very poor person, have very bad people all around them that, ask for their attention. They live very ordinary human life. But I think, like the worst kind of character that you can ever select in this play of divine, they will be there and be that character from what I witnessed. But if you come in touch with them from the spiritual point of view, you will see a lot of sacrifice that they have been made because they love all the beings, because they love the Lord. And they wouldn't mind in this human character because they know that it's very short time compared to the whole universe. So they wouldn't mind being here for a very short time, try to prove themselves, having fun with the worst character in the play. But they know that they are safe. Nothing can touch them in the soul level. So they here as the best example that, a human being can reach God by being, very unlucky. Everything try to stop them to progress in the spiritual path, but yet they still can making it. And the love and the devotion from them is extraordinary. If you come to know such a character, you very, very fortunate. And if you be able to recognize, it means you're very close to the Lord already. You very close to Sat Purush level. You very close to Anami Purush level. If you can ever recognize this kind of character.
How many ascended masters can they be on earth at one time? Maybe you can give a range, like can they be more than 10, less than 10?
They can be in a number of 100. They are here, number of 100. It just depends on the spiritual era of this lower section of the universe. For example, there are many in the Kali Yuga because many souls asking for help. They are here to listen to our prayers. So they can increase number in the dark time that this planet go through. Just like in this modern world where human is very far from their soul identity, right? We develop in our mind a lot, and our mind using 24/7 put attention on worldly thing, worldly affair, worldly life. So we mostly forget about our soul identity. We forget to look inside, to seek inside. Ordinary human being already forget how to do meditate, how even withdraw their attention inside. So in the dark time like this, there will be many ascended master here with us. Maybe they can even live next door to you. You never know. Because they never reveal themselves. Sometimes they're not here to make people know even what they are doing inside. They can just be the people walk in the street or your co-worker at work. How do you know that they're not ascended masters? But if you have chance to meet them, you can know that their love is extraordinary. They represent of God love in a complete way, even more complete than the fifth level master, than a perfect living master. The love is extraordinary. And if you come forward to ask them for anything, for example, please end my suffering, please, I want to know God, they can actually instantly give that to you because they're beyond any logic, any reason. They're beyond karma. Whatever they do is not within the cause and effect law of creation. They're beyond that. So most of the time, they never reveal their identity to anyone unless you have great affinity with them. unless you asking first who they are, and and curious in your mind, why they so different, why this person doing this, why they have such a extraordinary love for all the beings, why apart from human they also love animal, why apart from loving animal they also love plant, love this planet, and understand human fault that they never judge anyone. So their quality is very extraordinary, I can say to you. And as I introduce the concept of Ascended Master to all of you today, I truly believe that whoever come across this video will have some affinity with Ascended Master. And one day, knowing or unknowingly, you will meet with such special being that came to grace this lower section of the universe.
Do Ascended Masters need initiation, and can they give initiation?
Yes, from the law of this, the master making with cow, Satpurush making the contact with Mahakal of this rescue plan. All soul who reborn as human cannot remember that they are soul, cannot remember their own origin. So therefore, the awakening part to who we truly are inside has to be done by other person. So anyone that seek enlightenment, seeking salvation, has to request this salvation. We call them true seekers. And true seekers has to go to spiritual master, being Sadguru level, the guru of the third level, or being Sadguru, the guru of the fifth level, to be awakened to their own soul. So therefore, even Ascended Master, the being from the 9 level plus, came down in this lower section of the universe, being human. As great as they are, they still need some form of initiation, whether from a slightly lower level of guru or higher level of guru. They need initiation to awaken to who they truly is, they truly are inside. So once they awaken, they go at the 10 doors, the wisdom eye center inside, withdraw attention and reach the level of their own soul. And then from there, the cow, the negative power, losing grip of that character. After that, they will come to realize, oh, actually, I'm here as the Ascended Master role. I'm here to fulfill this responsibility. So yes, they need to get initiation. Do they need to give initiation? Do they need to collect disciples? No, they're not. Sometimes their whole life, they live in disguise. Nobody knows that they are actually Ascended Master. They might be just live in a cave in the mountain. This guy, like hiding themselves there. But sometimes they can be in the society, have a lot of affinity with people, where people come to ask them, to help them, to give salvation. So like that, they can agree to be perfect living master, to take on perfect living master role, to start giving initiation. But their energy will be very, very different than other perfect living master that only operate from Satpurush level, because they actually operate from Anami Purush level. So from my opinion, they can do wonders. But it doesn't mean that I start to, put perfect living master down by present the Anami Purush level of the master. No. they act great. From the disciple point of view, they're not different because they are perfect master that come here to rescue soul. So they're not different. But if you ever reach the level of such kind, our true home, while you still living and you still have spare time to investigate more what is Anami Purush, right? You might have enough merit to understand more what is the 9-level master, how they operate here in this physical world that is different than the 5th-level master.
Can disciples of ascended masters ever reach their level, meaning the level of the ascended masters?
I would say yes and no. Sometimes the soul, if the soul made from the 5th level, we go back to the 5th level. But if some special soul, according to my master, saying that there's some special soul in this creation, those one, they originate from the 9th level or beyond. So the making is slightly different. They still soul, but they just how they made and how, where they came from, it's higher than the 5th level. So those souls will go back where they're coming from. That's only logic. But the special soul is very rare appearance in this lower section of the universe. But sometimes ascending master, when they came, they feel that they need some support. So they also brought a group of special souls with them in their own mission. And those usually become, they close people. They maybe become their wife, their husband, become, all the character needed that assisting and help them in whatever they're lacking of. And this special soul time will put around the ascended master to help. So when all of this group start to practice to withdraw the attention to the wisdom eye center and open the gate inside, the 10th door inside, then they will come to know that they get to know themselves that they are the soul, not the mind, not the body, not the senses. They also will come to know that they are special soul. They have something slightly special than any other soul in this creation. That's what I can say.
That's it for today's satsang. Thank you, main speaker, for spending time with us for this satsang. If you want more information about ISTA Asia, please go to www.istaasia.com. You can also subscribe to our newsletter and email us any inquiries you may have regarding spirituality. You can also send your questions to seek.istaasia.com. Thank you for listening.